Aloha friends, this is Tutu at the Aloha Food Forest, and today I am planting peanuts. These came from Fraser Farms. They're in shell raw peanuts, and you can get a huge bag for $5, so you can even roast some of them up and eat them and share them with the birds and all that. So it's lots of fun, and been picking up a few strawberries as I go. You can see this is a strawberry onion patch, and I'm going to be adding some peanut plants in here. So here I thought I would share with you my fun and favorite thing. You have to be really good at recognizing the leaf formations and stuff, and that's one of the things that I really recommend. But once you get to know these plants, you know them like they were your old friends. So there. This guy right here is a sow thistle. I call him a sow thistle because he is the one who tells me where to sow new seeds. Or she is. She indicates a good place to sow new seeds. So I follow down to her roots, and I just gently, or not gently, but just firmly pull up the roots. You can see that. So there she has created a pocket in the soil with those long roots. And so our soil is, before we got here and started allowing the decomposition of organic matter on the surface of the soil, this soil is a very dark gray clay. It's expansive, so it holds water in the wintertime, and then in the summertime it cracks open when it dries out. So that kind of soil is what we have here. But you can see now that we are starting to get nice crumbly, friable soil on the top. Now, if I dig down a little farther, you'll see the old soil. It's pretty. It's actually even starting to get crumbly even farther down there, which is really nice. But you can see this is the type of clay soil that we have. So underneath there, it's still clay way down deep, but we are getting more and more pockets of what we call the black gold. The black gold. So I've been throwing a couple peanuts in there together just because I think that makes them happy. Perhaps. Maybe it's more fun to be in there with a friend than it would be all alone. So covering it up with the soil, then I take the rest of the sow thistle and just break it up and use it for a mulch. And let's just talk about the flowers and seeds. The seeds for these are coming out of these pretty shaped little pods. This is the flower and the seed. See how pretty those are? There's the flower coming out of there. It's a pretty flower. So once the flower is finished with its life cycle, it begins to make seeds. So here's one that already made seeds, and the seeds fell out. Anyway, these flower petals will turn into seeds, and there will be lots of seeds, and they're those fluffy seeds that float on the wind like dandelion seeds. So I keep those to a minimum. I mean, I let them in the garden. I don't freak out if they're there, but I don't want the whole garden covered in them either. So yeah, if there's a ton of seeds on there, I might just take those seeds and put them in a compost pile, or even in the trash if I feel like I have too many seeds. So anyway, that is how to transform the garden from weeds to a place that you really enjoy. It's by adding in, taking out something and replacing it with something better. And this is a continual process that we do. There's a little garlic. Ah, yes. So we're continually transforming, slowly, one little bit at a time. I'm going to walk you through here. You'll see a hose going by and putting out water. That hose is from our washing machine. So we're washing Eric's jeans right now. Yeah, and we're getting some extra water. So I found a gopher hole tunnel down there. And so I was letting the water go down into there and filling it with a lot of the extra organic material. So down in the hole, so it's going to be weird. It's going to be like a little vein of organic material going down through the solid clay. So that'll be kind of interesting to see how that works out. But this is a great way that we reuse water at our house. Probably this is one of the big reasons why we are able to use 42% less water than the average homeowner that lives in a small home without a big yard. Okay, so this is the strawberry patch. That's about it for today, I think. Oh, this is a wild grape. Look at this. Got a little bit weed whacked, but that's okay. This is a wild grape. Isn't this beautiful? It came here by itself. I didn't plant it at all. And then I didn't know that it was actually going to make fruit, which it is now making fruit this year for the first time. So that's really fun too. I love welcoming in wild plants. They're like, here, let me help you with this. I got this. I know how to grow grapes in this climate. Just let me at it. And I love that enthusiasm. So that's really fun. Yeah. And you can hear Pretty Bird over there. That's our neighbor's chicken. And we're going to be getting some chickens too. So things are cute. This is such a beautiful day. We got rain last night. This is May 20th. Such a beautiful day. Celebrating today. At this time of the year, we come out here every day to find a lot of stuff to harvest and eat. Like with the nectarines, you want them when they're not as shiny. They get a little bit more matte finish and they get a little soft to the touch, and then they're perfect. And the birds have been trying them out, but they're still not quite ready to eat. But this is fun. This is a nectarine tree. This one I made I guess, I don't know if we planted it in too low in the trunk or what happened, but I realized that a root crown was getting buried, and it may just have been that we put a lot of mulch on top of it, and that turned to soil. So I had to uncover the root crown. So, but here in our dry area, it's kind of good to have a bowl going down to the trunk because we're so dry so much of the time. Although this year we are not, which is great. And then here is the mama apricot tree. She's got little apricots on her. And then that tree over there is one of her children. And then she has more children coming up. She has a lot of children. That's one. Here's another one pretty big. Maybe several. Yeah, so the mama apricot makes children too. Yeah. So there's a couple of them down there. And you can see there's the mama's trunk. And there's one of her children over there. So that's amazing. Of course, with seedlings, you get genetic variations from the parents. So like we have nasturtiums. We used to have just mostly orange, I think, and now we have yellows and reds and combos and strange, funny things. So you don't know for sure what you're going to get with a seedling. But with these pups here, these are banana pups. And this is growing in one of our lowered garden beds, where we actually dug down a little bit lower here and then put in a hugelkultur here, which is a really deep, deep trench piled in with logs and branches and then buried back over. So when water comes through here, it hits this lowered garden bed and then it slides way deep down in what looks like a mound. It actually sinks way down deep into the ground on that mound. So that's a fun way of capturing water in the land. And here's some wild flowers that probably, they're definitely considered a weed. And they're sort of prickly, but I love them so much. And I think the bees and birds love them, so they can stay. They're helping. We have things that will volunteer to grow where nothing else is growing, which is really nice. But anyway, I've got to get back to planting peanuts. I just wanted to give you a little quick hello and aloha. Enjoy the day.